Yes. Let me start. So I had stopped at the scanner class. Okay. So here in this statement, I have read the value of the temperature and stored it in the variable temp. Next, what I'm doing is, as mentioned in the problem statement, if the temperature is lesser than 500, then throw an exception telling too cold. Okay. If the temperature is greater than 1000, then it has to throw too hot exception. Otherwise, it should print temperature is proper. Okay. So as simple as that. So now what I'm supposed to do? As usual, simple if else statement I'm using. What is that? Because these statements are throwing me exceptions, I'm putting them in try block. Look, these two statements would never throw me any exception. This will never throw me an exception, any exception. If if they are supposed to be associated with any of the exception classes, then they would also come under try block. The part of the code which may lead to error, which may lead to exception, only those things will come under try block. So in the throws, I have already mentioned comma separated list of exceptions. Okay, out of those only I have to pick. Now, if temperature lesser than 500, then what I'm supposed to do? You just have to throw a new exception class which is called too cold exception. So according to this call of the constructor, I have to have a .java file for that, and which has to be associated with its own class which is coming under the exception class. As explained in the previous example, what I will do, I have to make it public. Reason for that, why should I make it public? Because it has to be available publicly anywhere wherever I want to have that exception class called. I must have the accessibility for that. And one more modification that I have done in this example is, compared to the previous example, first line I have written package furnace. Why I have written this? Because all the classes, all the .java files must come under the same package. For that reason, you can see the same effect over here. Under furnace package, three different Java classes are there. Okay. When I compare that to the previous example, I had not mentioned any package there. The first line you can see, I had not mentioned any package. So by default, it has taken a default package. If you want to have your own package associated, then please write package furnace, for example. Okay. So first line of every Java file must be package with the same name. If you give different name, under that package, this particular file will go and sit. Okay. Now, so you have to make exception class a public class and give the name of the exception class extends exception. Similar to the previous example, this exception class must return, that I have written using the toString method, which returns a string. And what is the string that is getting returned? Furnace is too cold, need to increase its temperature. Nothing else other than that. Okay. Similarly, I have the else part. What is there in the else part? Else if temperature greater than 1000, then throw new too hot exception. So whenever you write this kind of constructor calling, you have to have a class for that. And that class I have written in separate.java file. That separate.java file again is existing in the same package. This is called bundling up. This is the application of package usage. Okay. So under this, what is that you have written? Public class too hot exception extends exception. And similarly, furnace is, sorry, I have just copied and pasted. That's why. Okay. Furnace is too hot, need to decrease its temperature. Simple things I have done in this particular exception class. Simple things, nothing else other than that. Okay. So I will save all these things. I'll save this also. Then what is there in the else part? Temperature is proper, and As soon as you end the try block, there has to be mapping catch blocks. Suppose I remove these things. If I remove these things, what will happen? What will happen if I remove these things? Can anybody comment on this? What will happen if I remove the catch block?
Ma'am, when it will come through that statement,
Hmm?
like when we will give the temperature less than 500,
Yeah.
uh, it will throws means it will directly end the program only. Means it will be
Correct.
abruptly get
Because
ended.
the exception is not been caught. Unless and until the exception is caught, abrupt ending of the program you cannot stop. Okay. And also you have seen when I commented on these things, when I commented, there were errors visible. You can just see. There are errors visible. Reason for this. Reason for this. Okay. Let me comment this also. Okay. Now those errors are gone. Why? Because I had not commented the catch block completely. If I comment this, what will happen? See, it has called the exception to cold exception. It will go there and it has returned this statement. It has returned this statement. But where it has to be printed? Where is the point where it has to be printed? Okay. So let me do this exercise for you. I'll remove these things for a while, run it, show you, and then comment that. Okay. So what I will do next? I will just right click on this, or I'll just run this. Okay. So it is asking me to enter the furnace temperature. So let me write 350, enter. Furnace is too cold, need to increase its temperature. Just have a look at this. Cursor is still pointing. It means what? It is running still, the program. It has not abruptly ended. This is the advantage of exception handling. This is the advantage. You can just see in the running phase only, it is still available. Okay. I will rerun this. Now I will write 1200, enter. Furnace is too hot, need to decrease its temperature. Okay, let me rerun this and enter somewhere around 600. Temperature is proper. Now what I will do, I'll comment this. Okay, and run the program. So I will enter 340. What has happened? What is the modification that I have done, guys? Guys, you should observe this very carefully. Otherwise, you will not understand the use of exceptions. This is why exceptions are required. Just have a look at this. Previously, it had caught that exception and the cursor was pointing still. Reason for that, the next things are getting executed. The next things are getting executed. For that reason, exceptions are so important. Now just have a look at this. It has ended abruptly. It has ended abruptly. Okay. To understand it in a much better way, what I will do, I will write finally. Okay. So finally block has come into picture. Now I will rerun this. What has happened? What has happened? It has ended abruptly. Anything that I write afterwards, anything afterwards I write, that will never come into picture. It will end then and there only. But if you write this catch block, no, it will continue the execution with the things. It will continue the execution with the things. So what is this finally block doing here? Finally block will get executed in whatever thing you do. Suppose I will rerun this. Finally, it doesn't have anything to do with catch blocks. Okay. Suppose I write 900. it has printed, it is proper and ended. So finally block doesn't have anything to do with catch block or the try block. It will be printed by default. That is why finally block is called as finally. It is the final thing to be done. Okay. It doesn't have anything to do with catch block. If you comment on the catch block, the exception that has encountered, that will never be caught. And abruptly it will end the program running. Okay. In the next class, when I take up such more examples, I'll show you soon after the statement or the exception encounter, I would do something else also. Okay. Since I have caught that exception, that something else also will be running. Okay. That kind of examples I'll be taking in the next class. Whether these things are clear for you guys?
Yes, miss.
Yeah,
Yes,
these
ma'am.
things are, yeah,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
clear. Very simple examples. I have taken two examples. One example talks about string palindrome, another example having two exceptions. Nothing else I have done. Okay. Guys, please go through these things. Just take down one example which you can try on your own. Okay, take down. In the similar manner you have to do. Okay. Write a Java program. Write a Java program to read two strings, to read two strings, string 1 and string 2, compare both of them, compare both of them. If they are equal, if they are equal, print, print, strings are equal, strings are equal. If they are unequal, if they are unequal, throw an exception, throw an exception, strings not equal, strings not equal. Second one, write a Java program, write a Java program to create a simple user defined exception, a simple user defined exception negative number. Let me write it for you. Let me write it for you. You have to use camel casing, guys. Okay. So exception name is negative number. Let me just share this with you. So I have written it here. Exception name is negative number. N small, numbers N capital. This is how you have to have all your exception classes defined. Negative number exception, negative number exception when we read from the user, we read from the user an integer to find the factorial of, to find the factorial of the positive number entered, to find the factorial of the positive number entered. So the meaning of this problem statement,
Ma'am, can you just
suppose
repeat the question?
I will repeat. Okay, I will tell it in the simpler way. Okay, you have to read a number from the user. That number, if it is positive, you have to find the factorial of that number. If it is negative, it has to throw an exception, negative number exception. I will repeat the statement. Write a Java program to read from the user. I think I have told something else previously. Just scratch it and write it down again. Write a Java program to read from the user an integer number if positive, print the factorial of it, otherwise throw an exception, negative number exception. Negative number exception, how to write? I have shown you already. Okay, negative number exception. Can you do these two examples? Yeah, they are simple,
Yes, ma'am.
similar to the examples I have discussed. You have to do. Okay, so tomorrow's class, I don't have tomorrow's class, I think. If possible, I'll take tomorrow class, guys. Okay, any Ankit, just find out a place for me for tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
If any class is available, I will take the class because much classes are required. So I'll be taking next class. In that, passing of the parameters I'll talk about. Okay, passing of the parameters. Yeah, thank you, guys. You can exit.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Mukhtar.
ma'am.
Yes, Ankit, tell me.
Excuse me, ma'am.